Hey folks, I gotta say I'm a little bit disappointed to see old McCain relegated to this sort of Republican lackey role of doing the blame Clinton thing on the Korean nuclear test. That's a damn shame, and you know it's expected. I mean, everybody expects it. I mean, they're pointing their fingers on every issue. They're pointing at somebody else. They didn't do a damn thing on anything. But I'm going to take a little bit different run at this this whole issue, this whole Korean nuclear test issue. Why is it we think we can stop a country like Korea from getting a nuclear weapon, from creating a nuclear weapon? What makes us think we can do that? I mean, the only way we can do it is what we tried to do in Iraq. Just go over and pound them into the ground. Now, we realistically can't do that to every country in the third world that feels threatened enough to want a nuclear weapon. It's just not reasonable. We can't do it. They're going to have one. Iran's eventually going to have one. We know that. Unless, of course, they go over there and just pound them into the ground. It's not a reasonable policy to think that we can do that. Now, yeah, we can try and slow it down, and that's what we're trying to do with the blockades and all that stuff. We slow it down. But that's about all you can do. What I think we need to do, and what I think is important for us to do, is start truly selling democracy around the world. Now, this administration and past administrations have always talked about selling democracy around the world and trying to get people believing that our way of government's the right way to be. But you know what? What are we doing right now? What's our government doing right now? They're saying, oh, well, when we're afraid, when we have a terror threat, we don't need so much democracy. Let's just start chopping up the Constitution. Let's just start getting rid of some of this democracy just for a while so that we can deal with this threat, this scary thing that's happening to us. We're willing to give up our democracy for some of this, get rid of some of this scary stuff. Bad idea. Bad example. I mean, which of these little countries like Iran and Korea and those aren't threatened? Which of them don't have real threats in their world? And believe me, they're perfectly willing to stick with an authoritarian rule if it'll help protect them against the threats in their world. Now, I'm not defending them in the slightest. You know, I would love for them never to have nuclear powers. I mean, it scares me to death having a nutcase like this guy in Korea with a nuclear bomb. It scares me to have anybody with a nuclear bomb. But the bottom line is, we can't stop it. We're the ones got the ball rolling when we dropped the damn things on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There was no stopping it then, and there's no stopping it now. Okay? All we can do is try and change the world, try and make the world a nicer place to live. We got to lead by example. We got to quit being the imperialists. We got to quit being the one going out starting wars because it's convenient for us or because we don't like the policies of another country. You know? I mean, we have got to show that democracy works. And we got to quit dismantling our Constitution, and we need to start doing a better job of enriching it and making our people more free. That's the way you lead the world. The way you lead the world is by giving them a great example of how wonderful it can be. That's what we need to try and do. And when things come up, we deal with them. But we don't go out and start trouble. Anyway, that's enough of this. Talk to you later.